Hello, guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'll be talking about how you should be preparing your personal statement, your supporting statement. Possibly, it could be a cover letter for any job application that you are doing right now. This is gonna use the NHS information analyst, like a data analyst role for a test, but I'm sure this can be adapted and adopted for any role you're applying for. So, the technique really is about identifying what the job title and the job description says and ensuring that your supporting statement or your personal statement or your cover letter, that thing that the recruiter will be reading, will be looking at, you need to make sure that it tallies with the job description. That is very important, and this is why you don't really have a one size fits all approach for jobs. You could just spend hours, you know, using one single job description or one single statement for multiple jobs, and you probably will not get much of a positive return on that sort of investment. But with this one, you are more likely to get something that's closer to success or positive returns. Right, so here it's job on Health Jobs UK. So this is typically where you can look for NHS jobs, and you need sponsorship, you don't need sponsorship. All of those information would be on the in the job advert. So first they talk about the trusts and all of that stuff. Um, Salary, it's a band 5 role, it's a fixed term contract, so it's not a permanent role, 18 months. And it's in Middlesbrough, so you'll be expected to work in Middlesbrough. It doesn't say anything about remote, and this is the salary, 31,000 to 37,000. And here also they've said that this is open to only current employees. So I mean, this is just for me like a test subject. So it's not like I'm actually doing this application. I'm just doing this for this video. And they've said, okay, this is an exciting opportunity for a self-motivated individual to join business intelligence team within digital and data services. So our clinical business is using data analytics. So this is just a data analyst job, basically. And they've put it here bolding so that people don't bother. If you need a visa, don't come here, okay? So they said you must have the right to work in the UK in order to be successfully appointed to this role. Please note, this role does not meet the required eligibility criteria for sponsorship under the skilled worker visa, and therefore the trust is unable to offer sponsorship for this particular role. I know for a fact that this trust offers sponsorships for some other roles, but this role in particular is the one, and because it's a fixed term contract, so they are not offering sponsorship. So you need to, maybe you're a citizen or you're a dependent, someone that you don't need sort of sponsorship to take this job, basically. So main duty is that you will try to understand clinical pathways, data collected, develop processes for collection where appropriate. This will include all of that. So you'll be basically doing reporting. So here's where you want to go. Person specification is very important. So you need to look at the essential criteria and the desirable criteria. Try to make sure you meet every essential criteria. Desirable criteria, you might not meet everything, but you try to meet a couple of them. And you need to explain how you meet these criteria in that supporting statement, in that personal statement. So educated to degree standard, so you need to at least have a degree or equivalent in a relevant subject with experiential learning in the field of information analysis and reporting. Okay, so you need to have a degree up to a degree level. So experience, you've worked in information analysis, you know about data quality issues, databases and spreadsheets, working within tight deadline. Desirable experience using SQL. So technically, if you're not someone that even knows how to use SQL, you don't need to use SQL. So databases and spreadsheets is a bit surprising because when you are saying database, typically we'll use SQL in a database, but spreadsheet is definitely something like Microsoft Excel. So knowledge of one or more computer systems, hardware, software, advanced knowledge of Excel and Access. Okay, Access. So they are telling you that if you've got good, you need to have advanced knowledge of Excel and Access. So I think Excel and Access will probably be that must be the database and the spreadsheet that they're talking about here. So Access for the database and Excel for the spreadsheet. So typically, if you are someone who is very skilled in Excel and Access, this is a role for you. So desirable criteria is SQL, which means that they are not particularly requiring someone who does SQL day in day out right now. But if you have it, is good. Prince 2 methodologies too. If you have it, is good, but it's not absolute that you need to have it. So, and as they said, they cannot sponsor. Okay, so even though they've said here that they will consider, they've put it here. So I think this is just a standard template for putting out jobs, anyways, and they've put it here that in code in bold that they will not sponsor. So AI, let's go, because we are going to talk about that as well. We are aware that artificial intelligence is increasingly being used to generate responses for application forms. Algorithm for this should be by the and if to shortlisting a recruiting manager believes AI has been used, then the application may be rejected due to this document being an important part of the assessment process. This is also why I'm seeking appropriate support with application should they need to for the purpose of any declared disability. So basically what they are saying is they don't want you to use AI. So no ChatGPT, no DeepSeek, that sort of thing to create applications, because people will just go in and say, give me an application. And to be honest, let me tell you 100%, it is easy to detect when someone has used AI to write something. It is too easy to detect. So you definitely want to keep away from it. But there's a trick, and that's where we are coming to. There is a trick. So in any case, I'm going to look at the documents. Typically, when you put up jobs like this, there will be documents you can download. So job specification and person specification, I'm going to download that because that is where we really need to look into. So there's a lot of diagram just telling you the organization charts, but we are not interested in that. So we are going straight to person description. All of this is just not necessary for us. A lot of this is unnecessary, right? So person specification. So this is what you want to do. So this is similar to what they've already put in the advert. So you're gonna just more or less copy all of this. So including the desirable, the essential. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy all this. I have to do it one by one. So copy that. Copy that. And copy this. Yeah, so basically that's all. And now you are going to have to use AI. That's just a fact. I mean, you can definitely come up, because applications like this, you need what's it called? You need like I would say like 1,000 word for your personal statement, your supporting statement. It should be like 1,000 words. Okay, so I'm going to say to Gemini that I am applying for a senior information analyst role at the NHS Trust. Currently, I'm a data analyst who is well versed in Microsoft Excel, Access, SQL, and Power BI. I regularly design and update reports, clean data, perform transformation and analysis, and also do dashboard presentation. I want you to create a 1,000-word personal statement based on my current role and responsibility to match the job description below. Then start pasting all those job descriptions. So alright, so qualification. So you might need to just edit this a bit because obviously the way it's copied is not the best. Dedicated to the so you can remove the essential ones like this Prince2 methodology. I'm sorry, the not the essential ones. I mean the desirable ones. I don't think Prince2 is actually necessary. If you've not worked in NHS, you might as well even remove this NHS statutory returns. If you've not worked there, there's no way you can have that. Clinical services. If you've not worked within a clinical service, you don't need this. If you've not worked in NHS, you don't get, there's no way you can have this. So ability to work under pressure, under deadline, ability to control, yeah. So you wanna keep this. Personal attributes. So let's say able to work. Yep. So you should also know the staff, the trust values. Just it's part of the things they want to see in your personal statement. Yeah. I don't think you need to travel, and this is not necessary. Yeah, so I think that's the most important requirements. Just put it so that Gemini can Yeah, so right. So it's, yeah, so it spits out this thing anyways, okay? So and you basically would just, obviously you'll go through this, but you don't go ahead and then use this as your statement. That is just amateur and absolutely not professional. Because if you take this to gpt0.me, which is a AI detector website, and you paste this and you ask it to scan, GPT-0 will easily detect that is what 100% AI. This is where you've been caught. So absolutely, what you would then do now is that you would have to pick your thinking cap, use a tool like Quillbot for paraphrasing, and go in one by one and try to start. It's giving you the structure of what you should do, okay? But then you now try to start transforming it, start applying that powerful brain that you have so that you've got the words, you just need to play around with them and make it more human. And when you do that, you check again on GPT-0 and you'll see that now you've got something that looks written by a human being. And that is what you should aim for, because AI should more or less sort of help you in a way, but it should not replace your thinking. Absolutely not. So I hope you found this video beneficial and valuable. And all the best if you're applying and looking for jobs. Obviously, please share, like, and subscribe. I put out videos that are beneficial, trying to get jobs, or how I do my work as a data analyst in the NHS, and more stuff like that. See you in the next one.